All right, guys, welcome back to the Daily Racing Show here at RacePlazaMedia. It is iRacing Season 2 of the year. This is my second race because the first one was a bunch of nonsense. But let's take a look at it. All right, here we are at the Rutskin Motor Center track, I think. Anyways, you guys can see I qualified in P3. But we're going to get into those details and what I was thinking, feeling in a second. We're going to get right into it. I knew for a fact my start would be good because I'm a very good starter so far in the rookie leagues. But this is how it went. Sorry, it's a little too loud. So I immediately jump P2. And then here, the thing about it is I was trying to get ahead of P1 and then I was like, there's no way. So then I just paused right here and then I'm letting all these people pass me because I got a slowdown penalty for obviously cutting the corner because there's no way I was going to make that. That was on me. I have to kind of just let P1 just take it, I guess, or let someone else and just focus on mine. But, you know, as always, I was really concerned about my getting hit or something like that. Here I have a little spin out. And then honestly, from here on out, believe it or not, guys, I know it might be surprising to you guys. The race actually went really, really well for me. Yeah, as you guys can see, I clearly dropped a bunch of positions. But this, I knew all of this would happen, right? Because my main concern, especially in a track like this, is in the beginning, is that my tires are not warm and there's a lot of spinning. I genuinely really enjoy racing on this track, even though this corner, the last corner, are really my nemesis at the moment. I don't always hit them the way I'm supposed to, but I only had about 20 minutes of practice before the race. So, you know, I was okay with it. So, originally my plan for this was, actually we're going to take a look at this a little bit further. So this really upset me, what is about to happen, because I thought from my perspective, it looked like he purposely like brake checked me, but it seems like he just lost control of the car. So it is what it is. I know here it looked like I was way further away, but in the race, my nose was right by his trunk. So this corner also very vicious. The first turn, you have to be very careful because you can cut quite a bit, but if you cut in the wrong way, it will unsettle the car and you'll spin. And this has happened to me many, many times. This has happened to me in previous races. So I was very, very concerned about just, maybe I don't cut it as much as you can. And instead I'll hit the corner, right? And I think that was the right choice. And then in practice, I can try to cut it more and more where I feel I can consistently hit it. But anyways, I'm already here. You have to also be very, very careful. You guys can see I'm cutting it very, very close, and I've gotten penalties there also before in practice for cutting the corner. And the last thing obviously you want to happen is, or I want to happen to me, is to get another penalty I'm so distracted by my own racing. I didn't want to get another slowdown penalty because I've been there, done that, and I'm just tired of it. Especially the first one I got was like 2 seconds, and I get it. It's a huge corner to cut in the beginning, especially at the start. But anyways, this time I was like, I'm going to stay away from this dude because I don't want him to try to brake check me again. Clearly he wasn't brake checking me, but I had way more speed in the corner exit, so I was able to pull away. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to pass him or get into my racing line, on the ideal racing line, but I was able to, and it was no problem from here on out. I definitely outpaced the guy behind me, and I think he ended up also making some mistakes. Clearly, I'm also taking this turn very, very wide, which is not ideal, but I think if we pause it here real quick, sorry, I don't know how to change that just yet. Anyways, if we see that, so I'm already creating quite a gap. And I think one of this guy's issues is, and not that I'm anywhere in any shape or form eligible for give people advice, but I think he seems to be shifting much later than I am, and I always shift in this car at 134 kilometers. I shift up to 4th gear, and then here I've gotten much better at this corner. Of course, this is not ideal, but you'll see it a little bit later down in the race. I've gotten much better at it, and I'm happy. So really, the coach that I hired, it has really paid off, because even though clearly my racing is still not where it needs to be, yada yada yada, but I've gotten much more confident in my racing, and I've gotten much better about, you know, spinning out and stuff like that. And this guy was trying to send it, mate. What are you doing? Anyways, so in my previous race, the one that we're not looking at, my qualifying went actually not very good. So I ended up qualifying in like 2nd to last, I think. So my thing then was, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to overtake anyone in the beginning. What I will do is I will go ahead and let everyone pass me, and then just have an incident-free race. That was the plan. And of course, everything backfired. Like in lap 2. What my original plan was, because I knew there would be a lot of spins right here in this corner, there would be in this turn, and in the next turn there would be a lot of spins, because that is, in the rookie leagues, this is what happens, right? If you race in rookie leagues, you know exactly this is where everyone spins out, this is where people crash. And I was like, if I just let everyone ahead, figure it out, and then I'll just go around it. That's what I did. But then someone else ended up, I think, I spun out, and I wasn't able to dodge them because they were kind of like in the middle of the track. And then I picked up damage there, and then I think I got hit again or something like that. I picked up more damage. I had to go into the pits. And then, you know, when you have to pit in a race where it's not required to, then your race is just over, you know. I picked up wheel damage, and it was just overall really terrible. But, you know, this is just the name of the game. The plan is, however, throughout this season to increase my I rating, or at least get an I rating, and increase my safety rating. This has been an issue in my last season. The last races that I did, I was not really improving. And unfortunately, even though from here on out, it's a little spoiler alert, nothing really is going to happen. Not a lot is going to happen from here on out. I didn't really gain any iRacing safety rating, but I also didn't lose any, and I was really hoping that I would gain a bunch of points, because the person in front of me that ends up coming second gains like 77 points. I'm like, oh wait, I think it's 77 I rating points, maybe, because my safety rating, anyways, it's still 2.67, so it's not where it needs to be. It's a bummer. And if you guys have any tips on what to do better, because I have, at the end of this race, I have 11 incidents, and I get in the beginning, I did a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but I thought maybe that would count as like 2 or 3, not at a whole, not 11, you know. But yeah, what are you gonna do about it? This corner, I've been trying to cut it much closer based on the track guide that I was watching, or that I watched the last time I raced on here. But I think maybe I just need to take a little bit wider and then cut it a little bit tighter coming into it. And then this corner right here, I've been struggling a lot with. I think I lose quite a bit of time, or I'm not consistent with it. Yeah, as you guys can see, like, look at us, way off. I will say, though, I've noticed towards the end of the race that I can, you know, get on that gas much sooner. I've been trying to avoid getting on it too soon to prevent the understeer. But, you know, it's not where it needs to be. That's all good. Yeah, you guys know. Anyone who has seen any of my other racing knows these double corners, these really wide ones, they're my nemesis. I don't know why I struggle so much with those, but it is what it is, you know? I think I just need to, like, sit down and really just grind it out for, like, an hour. But I didn't have the time for it today because I wanted to make this little video for you guys. And yeah, here you can really cut a lot. In the rookie leagues, if you're watching this in your rookie leagues, honestly, this is where you're going to gain so much time on everyone else. Because if you watch other people, racing, you'll see that they're not cutting the corners as much as you can. Like, I am pretty sure I'm one of the only people here in this race who actually goes out all the way out there, because people don't know that. And in the rookie leagues, this is really where you gain an advantage. I'm currently, I think, about 6 seconds out, or 6.5 seconds on P2. And I am gaining. However, I'm also, in some corners I'm losing. But in general, I was like, listen, if this would be like, if this race had, like, I would say 3 more laps, I think I would have been able to catch him. And I know that seems ridiculous because it's 6 seconds, but he does end up making some mistakes. And I was able to close down the gap to 2 seconds towards the end. But I wasn't able to catch them, and that's really also my fault, because I made the mistake in the beginning. I think I would have maybe been able to battle more for a P2 or P1 if I didn't have to, you know, give up those 2 seconds at the beginning, because that's what I'm so much off right now. But, you know, you win some and you lose some. I made a mistake. I should have just went all the way to the right. I don't know why I was trying to go through the middle. Well, I was trying to cut off P1, and that didn't work out whatsoever. Or P2, I think. I don't know. Whichever position was in front. But yeah, here we are. I'm just cruising by myself. I think my best lap is like a 138 point something. And I think I would have been able to also battle for the front positions, because P1, at some point I was actually lapping faster than P1, and P1 was lapping around a 38, like me, 138 and some change. So usually if you have someone in front, obviously you can catch their draft or slipstream, especially on the long straight that you have here. And then, I mean, I don't know. I also tend to get greedy and then I mess up my race. So who knows? These are obviously all speculations. But I don't even know what lap we're on. Can we check? We're on lap 7. There we go. So a little bit better. I know it looks like I'm taking it very far out, but you are allowed to. You're not gonna get penalized for this. This right here was not bad. Here you guys can see a little smoke, because you can see that P2, that's where he messed up. And I was really hoping he's gonna get into his head about this whole situation, and then I'm gonna be like, let me get him. But thus was not the case. Spoiler alert once again, sorry. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys want me to avoid talking about spoilers. I have thought about doing commentating while racing, but I'm a little nervous about, because my heart rate always jumps when I'm already starting a race. So I was like, there's no, I think trying to then quote unquote perform and like talk while I'm racing, I think a little bit over my head for now. Maybe later in the year, once I feel more confident in my skills, once I made it out of the rookie leagues, then maybe we can do it. There you go. That's not bad. I took the corner. I could have went a little. Oh no, actually that's quite good. Happy. And I see the guy in front, so I'm like, this right here was very, very dangerous. But to be fair, I knew, because I had my relative window up, that the guy behind me was like 10 seconds off. And once again, my tires felt really, really great. I wasn't worried about spinning out. I wasn't really worried about making any mistakes, because once again, I'm gotten much more confident in my racing since I've got a coach, and I've really noticed, you know, a difference. And I think it shows. I think if we look at my other racing, it has improved over the little break there was in iRacing. And once again, if you are looking to improve, I can highly recommend the coach that I hired. His name is Gianni Lutzu. You guys will see a little card here where you guys can click on that. But I think that is it. Yeah, I'm weaving on the straight. That's illegal. I got P3, guys. I'm really excited. P3 for the second race of the season for me. First week of the season. Actually, I think it's a brilliant result for someone like me. And I'm very excited for more. I am excited. I'm hungry. I really, really want to get that P1. I think I can do it with more training and more practice and more consistency in my racing. I think it's definitely doable. But for today, that is everything I have to talk about. That's everything I have to show you guys. Once again, in the comments, let me know, are you excited? I know iRacing now has rain, not in the type of league or races that I'm doing. This is for the, higher leagues. But, let me know how you guys feeling. I'm very, very excited. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys here tomorrow at the Daily Racing Show. Mwah! I've been ending my videos with a kiss. I don't know why. Deal with it.